New tensions in Minneapolis tonight in the wake of dramatic new body camera video from a police shooting.
It appears to show a man with a gun shot by police as he runs away.
Put your hands up!
Boy, that is rough. And Cairo 7's Dave Wagner joins us right now. Dave, today prosecutors actually sided with those police officers.
They did. Family members of Thurman Blevins, an activist, demanded that police release the footage from the shooting 3 months ago. Today, they shouted down the local prosecutor who decided the officer's actions were justified.
Put your hands up now!
The frantic chase through the streets of North Minneapolis lasted more than 30 seconds. Tense moments captured by 2 police body cameras.
Shoot! Put your hands up! You got a gun,
Minneapolis police responding to a 911 call about a man firing a gun encountered Thurman Blevins. Officers Justin Schmidt and Ryan Kelly repeatedly warned the 31-year-old to stop and drop his gun. Blevins yelled he did nothing wrong and please don't shoot. The officers say they opened fire only after Blevins pointed his gun at them. And the Hennepin County attorney agreed the use of deadly force was justified.
Needed to be taken into account.
Just seconds into the prosecutor's news conference, chaos. Blevins supporters stormed the podium to demand the police be held accountable.
Every day, every year, we're the only people here looking for justice is just us. Us black people.
The controversial shooting is the latest involving Minnesota police, including the 2016 death of Philando Castile. The police union president defended the officer's actions.
This was just nothing short of excellent police work.
On Sunday night, Minneapolis Mayor Jacob Frey fought to ease tensions.
We can't make our city a better place by demonizing all police or by failing to recognize that black lives do matter.
Prosecutors say Officers Schmidt and Kelly fired 14 shots, hitting Blevins 4 times. Officers Kelly and Schmidt are now on paid leave. Blevins supporters promised to take legal action against the officers and the Minneapolis Police Department. Dave Wagner, Cairo 7 News.
Our big story this hour, the 2 Minneapolis cops responsible for the shooting death of a 31-year-old man will not be charged. Thurman Blevins was killed in Hennepin County last month when police responded to a 911 call about a man firing a gun in the air. That encounter is seen in newly released body cam video. His family and supporters interrupted the county attorney's news conference this morning as he was preparing to make the announcement that the officers who shot Blevins will not be charged. His cousin said the family is disgusted and they are demanding the officers be held accountable.
We want the officers arrested in the next 48 hours, or there will be further consequences. The family is hurt. The family is devastated. We knew everything was going to play out exactly the way it played out. We were prepared. We are not. I don't want the media in the world to think that we are angry. We're not angry. We're more so disgusted. We're disgusted by the leaders of the world. We're disgusted by the leaders of Minneapolis and Minnesota. And at the end of the day, we want the cops arrested within the next 48 hours.
So is that going to happen? Ryan Young joins me now from Chicago. Ryan, obviously the family and other protesters pretty upset about this finding. Yeah. What did you see in the video what are we learning now?
Look, obviously, this is a tough video to watch, and I've watched it several times myself. It doesn't get any easier when you watch something like this, and then to imagine your family member being involved in something like this, I can understand why they are so upset. But there are some things about this video that sort of stand out. And if you look at it, there's one thing that we can see clearly. The officers were responding to that 911 call, like you said, of a man firing a weapon in the air. And then as soon as they arrive to the scene, they see Blevins with that gun, and I want you to watch this video for yourself. It's about a 40-second clip, but when you sort of understand what the officers were going through in the video that's just been released, this is what they've done so far in terms of analyzing. You see the spot shadows, but watch the video for yourselves.
Put your hands up now! Stop! Put your hands up! Put your hands up! I will shoot you! Why? Stop! Come on, man. Come on, man. Put your hands up! I haven't done nothing, bro. You got a gun, mother. Yes, you do? Hold it down! Hold it down! I will shoot you! Put your hands up! Put your hands up! Put your hands...
And obviously that's tough to watch the ending there. Let's go through this though, because a lot of times we've seen video like this in terms of this body cam footage. One thing that we have here is clear video, and we also have the clear audio. It's clear that the officers get out the car and they start directing from the moment they're outside that car for the gun to be dropped, for him to put his hands up. Then the chase continues. Now, they've done several different highlighting of this video, and some of it you can see at one point, it looks like even the barrel of the gun is pointed back toward the officer. We've also learned today that they believe there was a shell casing from that gun that was found near the body. We're not sure if the gun was fired during the run or after he was shot, but clearly there was a shell casing from that gun that they found nearby. Now, you said the officers won't be charged. There was a planned Tuesday protest against this shooting. But a lot of times we see video like this and we don't have the buildup here. And what we do know, those officers were responding to a 911 call and they were still running behind him for quite some time, asking him to stop. Now, you hear Blevins say, look, leave me alone. He's trying to get away. But then you look at that freeze frame and you see the gun pointed back toward the officers. A lot of people said this is one of those clear cases where it looks like the officers definitely should have been able to maybe do anything differently. No, you see the video, and this looks like a case where the attorney has decided they're not going to charge these officers based upon the evidence that we've shown you so far.
It was difficult to see, though, when I first watched it because it was moving by so fast. And then when you freeze it, you may see a different story here. But initially, it looked like he was running away when he was shot at by police.
And that is the definite point they were making. Yes, he was running away, but one thing they did with those freeze frames is to make sure they highlighted several times where they thought the barrel was pointed back toward the officers, and that, they say, apparently gave them the fact that they were in danger of their lives. So you can understand the officers giving those clear connections of saying, hey, drop that weapon.
All right, Ryan Young, thank you.